97.9, 105.5, KISS FM. It's Liz and Big Papa.
7:33, and it's time for the Slocum-Dickson Medical Moment. Of course, they're located on Burstone Road in New Hartford, 798-1500, sdmg.com. And, of course, you can like them on the Facebook page as well. Adrian, as always, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Happy holidays.
Oh, you too.
Of course, there's lots of stuff going on at Slocum. That's the cool thing about Slocum. Other than the fact that I'm a Slocum guy, and I've been a Slocum guy since I can remember.
Yeah.
I've been a Slocum guy since the base closed. That's when I became when Griffiths closed, because I was a military kid, and once Griffiths closed, I became a Slocum guy. And
it's easy there, so that makes sense.
Well, it is.
Why
because
would you leave?
You go in, my primary Silverage is there, and if something happens, or you want an extra test or such and such done,
right there.
Literally you walk down the hall. You need tests done, you go downstairs. You need an X-ray, you go over here. You need to, why don't you have something such and such checked? You go, up to the third floor, and they make the phone call. Oh, go right up. They're expecting you. It makes it so easy to be a patient. It takes away a lot of the inconvenience of what it is, because you don't have to worry about getting out of work again or whatever. You block out the time, you go, and you literally have so much done all in one spot.
Right. Yeah, that's great. We have lab, we have radiology, our rehab department's right there, so a lot of those things can be treated through rehab and so forth. And then there's also this great aspect of the communication between the physicians there too. So if you have a primary at Slocum and you have to be referred to a specialist, and they're right there, and they have a good relationship, and that benefits the patient greatly.
And your cardiology department and oncology, you guys are going fantastic with that stuff as well.
Yeah, so we have a new cardiologist. Dr. Kumar had been with us for a while, and now we added on Dr. Bison, and he's there, and he's taking new patients. And then oncology as well. We have Dr. Razia and Dr. Sichter, who have been with us for a while.
Dr. Razia is fantastic, and I just tell you, Dr. Razia is absolutely incredible. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You can fangirl a little bit about Slocum-Dickson. It's fine.
And then we added on Dr. Dean, who's our newest oncologist. So now we have 3 oncologists there, and it's a wonderful department. Like you said, they do a great job taking care of their patients.
Listen, when you walk in and your cell phone automatically connects to the Wi-Fi, you don't have to ask the password. You've been there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Would you like to introduce who you brought with you today?
Oh, yeah. So, and one of the greatest departments we have there at Slocum-Dickson is pediatrics, and we see tons of kids, and it's always wonderful to bring them in. And Dr. EADLINE is here with us today, who you've known for a while now.
Absolutely.
He's been on a couple times.
Absolutely. Dr. EADLINE, good morning.
Good morning. I maybe have to think through our screening procedure if we took you from the base.
That's what. Well, you got me by default. The base closed, and I think I was the reason that Griffiths closed altogether.
Oh,
they were like,
boy.
you know what, we can't handle him anymore. Let's send him to Slocum.
We do everything we can to support our troops, our military, our veterans. We welcome everyone, and my wife's a veteran. I was in for a little bit, and it's all family.
Absolutely, and that's the cool thing about being at Slocum, and especially with you being in pediatrics. It feels like family. You walk in, and they know you, and especially when you start to see them at such a young age, and with the communication we were talking about earlier between the departments, you really feel like you're part of like a Slocum family.
Well, and I think we encourage that, and we set up our pediatric department to kind of be one common place. So you see most of the nurses, we kind of interchange everybody. We want faces known. The kids need to know what's going to happen as much as possible. Nobody knew. So it is set up like a big, very close clinic, as opposed to some of the other offices upstairs that are more spread out. But we're right there. We keep our germs right on us.
So one of our own, Sean Andrews, just had a baby. Well, his wife had the baby.
Yeah, he didn't have the baby himself.
He was there with the catcher's mitt.
Yeah.
But when it comes, there's lots of questions when you're a first time parent, like with feeding and bedtimes and sleep and stuff like that. Is there like a general rule or a general guideline, especially with someone that young or that new?
How much time do I have? So I guess some quick points. Number one, a lot of it's going to depend on the family support and the upbringing that the parent had. That's going to influence, how they're going to go about, raising a child. But we have lots of ideas and lots of options. And I would say probably feedings and sleeping are maybe not always the front questions, but in the end, they're the ones that can really get you into trouble, especially the sleep issue, which seems to be a national discussion right now. Adults aren't getting enough sleep. We're not getting our kids enough sleep.
Liz and I aren't getting enough sleep. Can
That's
you
for
help us
sure.
get more sleep? Can that happen?
I went to a conference a long time ago, and the speaker was going to be talking about children and sleeping, and it was packed. Everybody was like, I was ready to take notes. I'm going to solve the problems of the world. And he goes, forget about Newton and the laws of physics. There is only one rule that rules the universe, is that parents want to sleep and kids don't want to sleep. So that
sounded like my household last night.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
we've all been through it. They have their agenda, and they don't want to be in the bed on their own and sleeping because they're going to miss something. But there are lots of things you can try early on. We sometimes even talk to parents at the prenatal visit before they have the baby about feedings and approaches to bedtime and picking a bedtime and trying to stick with it. And if I could just get one quick thing in,
Yeah, go for it.
Keep the TVs out of the bedroom.
I was gonna. That was the question I was gonna ask at the end. Is iPads, iPads, iPods, TVs? Is that a good idea to have in the kid's bedroom? And should there be like a definite no more of any of those things after a certain time?
Yes. Very, very briefly, yes. The problem is that even before we knew about the wavelength and the light problem that are keeping our own brains awake with these devices, the dependence on something other than getting yourself to sleep is where you take a wrong turn.
Okay.
So, you need to have some calm down time before bedtime. You read some stories, some simple play, turn the TV off. Get into bed and have a routine with a story or some music, and keep the TV and the pads away. Now, they work for a while. So you can put your child to bed. You can put in I'm going to say videotape because I'm old school. Put in the DVD, or you stream to whatever the child wants to watch. You leave.
He used it. He's not quite sure what that meant,
Yeah.
but he knew it was the right term. That was great.
My kids correct me as often as they can.
But pretty much have a timer on. So at a certain point,
I'm saying that'll work, but it won't work in the long run because
Okay.
the dependence on
okay.
that. So keep that out. I mean, what parents want to do is they want to end their day. They have a lot of stuff they have to get done. So they would need sleep also. So the last thing you need is a 3-hour bedtime ritual. And that's what the TV and the devices can end up being. So
Sure.
you got to cut that cord. It's painful at first, but kids need to be taught about self-reliance for getting to sleep on their own, and there are ways to do that.
Absolutely. And if you would like to have Dr. EADLINE as your pediatrician, if you're expecting, also if you're looking for a new primary care, Slocum-Dickson is the way to go. Slocum-Dickson Medical Moment, Slocum-Dickson on Burstone Road in New Hartford, 798-1500, sdmg.com. Make sure you like them on Facebook. There's lots of stuff going on. They're always growing and changing. Slocum-Dickson Medical Group. Folks, thank you so much. Have a happy holiday, okay?
Thanks, you too, guys.
Thank you so much.